Yo, how the hell? Let me put that there. This phone is gonna fall. It is. Come up, Patriots. Ah, hello, Patriots. I don't know why I call you guys Patriots. Yo, it's very hot. Hi guys, how are you guys? Smash that like button. Smash the like button, guys. As you enter, see as you come in, you say smash the like button. I'm here to smash the like button. Okay, I just wanted to give you guys some insider information. Insider information. Yo, what is this? Oh, burn mark. Some insider information. How's it, guys? Yo, it is very hot. Very hot here in Cape Town. What happened to the giveaways? So the giveaways now was supposed to be done in that video yesterday. But because I have a new phone, right? If you've not been living under a rock, you would know. I have a new phone. So the thing with this phone is my other phone that I had was an iPhone. My iPhone connected directly to my iMac thing here. So when I did the giveaways, I would always just say screen and just select the giveaways, right? So today I have to do a separate recording. So I have to do two parts of the recording, right? So I'm gonna do the giveaways today in today's video. But I have to do two separate videos because I'm now recording almost like you would record on a separate camera, if that makes sense. So I have to, because I can't say screen while I'll figure it out. But to answer your question, I will give away those 5 accounts in today's video because it is a little bit of a struggle because it's not an iPhone. That is kind of the problem. You see, with my iPhone, it was very easy. Everything was integrated seamlessly. With this phone, it is not that easy. So I am gonna do the giveaway today. But you'll see it will probably look different because I cannot share my screen while I talk. So I will be talking here and now we'll be giving away the accounts. And then during editing, I have to put the video there so you can see my face the screen. Any case, yeah. So the account giveaways is still happening, right? How's it, everybody? So the account giveaways will always be there for as long as I put it in the comment section. It will always be there. So it's just that there I go again with I always get new videos to make because I can only give away the accounts when I make a video about equity edge. If I make a video about them, then I can do the giveaway because I don't do giveaways in my own videos. I can only do giveaways in their videos, if that makes sense. Yeah, that was a long talk. Would you ever do an account flip just for content? I'm not in that business, really. I'm not in that business. I tried to make a video where I did flip that $5,000 account where I made $100. I bought a 25K. I can show you that $25,000 account. I still have it. I haven't even traded on the account yet. I haven't done anything on the account because I've got so many accounts. I have a lot of accounts. I've got more accounts than most of you has blown in your entire life before. So that video, that account I was going to use for content. And I was going to use that video, take the trades. But then I realized I'm not teaching anybody anything by showing them how I make money. So what's the point of me showing you how I make money, but you are making any money? So then I was like, no, I'm gonna leave that, because there's no point in me making a video about how I make money, but you can't make money off how I make money, if that makes any sense. So that is why I stopped that videos, and I bought that account. I left it because why? I don't like that, man. There's a lot of things that I don't like. I'm very sorry, because why? Not everybody makes videos for YouTube ad revenue like me. I do not make videos for YouTube ad revenue. I make videos to relay a message, to get a message across. So if would I make a video about Pandile, whose girlfriend just sent us another voice note of him? No. What are you going to learn from that? You see, so I would rather put out the video where you can learn from staying away from scamming than telling you about other people's dirty laundry, you know. So that is why I would never make a video like that. I've tried to make content like that, but it doesn't help anybody to make videos like that. Really, it makes no sense to make a video like that. And like I said, I can make a lot of videos on, you know, flipping this and flipping that, but if the video doesn't make an impact, then I'm gonna show you a video today of a big scam, Sanlam scam, the biggest scam running on Telegram as we speak right now. A big Sanlam scam. People who are sure. It's the worst that you can find in a scamming industry, the way those guys operate within that scam. So that group I've been in for just over 2 months now, and you will never believe me if I tell you, these people, they speak Afrikaans, but they are not even Afrikaans. You understand? What are the rules on news trading with equity hedge? You have to go and read the rules. I have a friend who says he has refused his payout, added some hidden rules to trade on big news events. I'm not sure about that. You would need to send through. I had another guy who messaged me on Instagram, also with a situation with equity hedge. So I said to him, I'm going to reach out to equity hedge because the guy spoke to him on WhatsApp, and then they responded to him with a much clearer explanation, and then he said that he now understands and that they were able to conclude the situation, and they also offered to give him a new account with a better understanding of what the rules sort of actually look like in the first place. So I would prefer somebody say something and then send through the information, because I really can't go off your friend said and then you know, he said, she said, and like I would need to see it. I have no problem reaching out to the guys at Equity Hedge also, you know, because I do have that guy on also. How are you today, man? May you please give us some information about the post you have creators who have more than 5K followers. We just want to know about how the sponsorship works. So it's very straightforward. There's really not much I can say about how the sponsorship works, right? The thing is like this. Everybody needs to be incentivized for the work that they do. And I believe that there's a lot of people, especially on TikTok, who provides free educational content, but a lot of people have got an audience, but they can't really always give back to their audience, right? So what I'm trying to do is, right, I'm trying to get more people to be able to give away accounts, so that the more people there are to give away accounts, the more accounts people will get at the end of the day. So we've already we got Klami from Trading Up. So you've probably watched and saw Klami from Trading Up. He's also giving away 5 $5,000 accounts as well. So now it's not only me, but it's now him also that's giving away the accounts. You understand? So that is the plan at the end of the day. If you are a creator with more than 5,000 followers or subscribers on either Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, and you provide content around Forex, then I can get you in contact with somebody who would potentially sign you up, and then you can also give away the accounts. So then that means there will be more people giving away the accounts as opposed to me. Remember, I'm limited with the amount of accounts I can give away, and that is 20 accounts per month. So now we've got Klami on board. He's also giving away, I think, 20 accounts, and I'm also giving away 10K accounts through my Instagram. You understand? So that's basically how it works. So if you do fall within that category or within that niche, then you're more than happy to shoot an email, because we've been getting emails from people, and some people do not, unfortunately, the people always tell me, like there's a guy with 1 million subscribers also, but the content is not, it doesn't align. You understand? So if you do create content within Forex, and if you do create Forex content, and you got more than 5,000 subscribers, it's basically a me help you help your people, because you will be, and these people will even pay you. In most cases, they'll pay you a fee also, and they will give you the accounts that you can give away at the end of the day. So that's kind of how it works, right? So because I do see there on TikTok in particular, there's a lot of guys who provides content in Forex, and it's good to incentivize these people for trying to educate the public. Now, I am saying this to you guys because why? At the end of the day, you have to be very mindful, very, very mindful. Be mindful of what happens around you in the space, in terms of any Forex related services. You understand? Everybody's got something to sell. Everybody wants to sell you something, whether it's a course, whether it's an EA, whether it's I must say, my hair is growing. My hair is growing, guys. It's coming there, and we are getting there. In any case, we are in the Forex space. Like I was saying, in the Forex space, you have to be very, very careful with who you surround yourself with, who you follow. And I do understand for a lot of people that looking up to people who doesn't do anything for you is also good. And looking up to people, there's a difference between looking up to someone and saying that person makes a difference for you in any case. So guys, look, the way a lot of people see FX LXG today, right? The way a lot of people see him today, I saw Jason Noah back in the days when I got into, when I was a little bit more into trading. That's it. But once you grow into this Forex thing, you'll understand that what it's really like to admire somebody. Because why? You cannot admire somebody just because So I said this before, right? People, guys, you look, we are now at a point where people don't like it's not about who's right and who's wrong anymore. And you know how I know this? It's more about who do I like more and who do I like less. So I'll give an example. I was watching the video of LXG yesterday. Was watching that whole video. It was an hour video, right? A whole hour video is talking about how he made $1 million. Now, I can easily make a video of that video, and I can tell you exactly what I found the video was really about, right? Now, although you pinpoint all of these things out to people, you say, you know what, right? Alex G said this, but look at this. You know, he said this. Look at this, and I'm using him as an example. We can obviously use anybody, right? I mean, we can use any creator. So you say, right, this is Alex G, and we are going to, and you point out, guys, you have to be careful when you deal with a guy like this, and because here is proof that he has scammed all of these people, and not scammed, but he always say that my students are making all of this money. And then I saw you, right, here's his students, and this is what his students are saying. They're saying that they are not making any money. It doesn't matter whether you sold that to people or not. It doesn't matter whether you show people how he fake his trades and how he, well, I don't even know what this happened. In any case, I think it's a fan. In any case, it doesn't matter what you tell people about their favorite Forex gurus. People are going to sit there and they're going to tell you, you can show somebody, I swear, I promise you, I swear to God, you can show somebody, look here, this guy is a scammer, and they will watch that video and they will still defend these guys who has done absolutely nothing for them in their personal capacity. They haven't gained anything from following this person other than a hit of dopamine because he's so attractive, he's got a nice cars, and he's got, but you have to ask yourself, at what cost do you pick up these things? I tell people all the time, right? I can make an easy million tomorrow if I wanted to. Easy, $1 million, just like that. But you know what is the easiest way to make $1 million? Is to take 100 of you guys, you know, take 1,000 of you guys, open up a signal group, right? And then charge you all 1,000 rand tomorrow, and I'll make $1 million. I hope my math is correctly. And I'll charge you guys all 1,000. Now tell me what is the easiest way to do, right? Is it easier for me to convince you that I can trade and make you believe you can make the same money that I do, but you have to pay me for it? Or me trading in the market? And this is obviously based on your own experience that you've had in the market, right? You obviously say, right, selling a course or selling a signals is a lot easier. The thing is, you can't, and I always say this to creators, new creators in the market. FX Alex G is a course seller. The content makes no sense. All the videos are about solving challenges. If you watch any of his videos, right? Because I always watch his videos, and I've always said that his course is very useful because it revolves around market structure, right? It's very in detail about structure. I bought his course. Many people would know that because many people has reached out to me about it, right? But I'll give him the credit for the course. But whenever he talks about, like that video he made now, he said that he made over $700,000, and he said that at the end of the video, he says about something that I'm gonna play it for you guys very, very quickly. At the end of the video, I'll tell you what he said and why it is a lie, because you know I am there. I'm there. I can tell you that whatever he's saying here at the end of the video is 100% a lie. Let me just play this right at the end where he's in the car.
If at this point in the video you are not subscribed to the channel.
Yeah, where is it now? Yeah.
But for the first time ever, I didn't even think about that. I just genuinely enjoyed having a great time.
Yeah.
And everybody sharing the full breakdown of this number. But I predict these markets every single week.
You say that he predicts these markets every single week. That's the first point.
About every single.
And then he says,
sharing the full breakdown of why I'm interested in entering a trade and why I'm not interested in entering other trades. I do this live with my students.
You say there, he's saying he's doing it live with his students, right? That is what he's saying.
Every single study, where my students are literally following the exact same trades that I am taking.
He's saying that his students follow the exact same trades that he takes.
Without trading,
I can prove to you. I can prove to you that it's a lie. The thing is like this, right? Like there's it's always the question of, right? You know, it's very easy for somebody to come forward and say, my students, they make a lot of money, and then you say, okay, show me one student who is making any money out of this, because I can show you that I have been part of that group of his. Why am I still sitting here making these videos? I should have been a millionaire. I should have been driving a Bentley. I should have been driving a Ferrari. And I can show you guys the amount of complaints versus what he puts on social media. And I've done it before, and I've shown the people exactly, look here, this is how people are complaining about the services that he offer, but he's always selling. He took, you guys remember the last challenge he did with the FXG kid? Why did he have to take an unknown person, the FXG kid? Why didn't he take his whole entire community who had paid for it and then help us all turn and help us all make $100,000 like he made one person make that money while the two of them were being together like this separately in a house? And you know what? When Alex G was so confident when he said 10 of his trades in that free Telegram group, 7 or 8 of those trades had hit stop losses. So how do you think it's going in the pay group where people are paying for these trades that he's supposedly sending? Because he says he sends all of the trades that he's taking to his people, and that we are taking the trades also. Huh? Me? I do my own market breakdowns. I take my own trades because if you it's a repetitive cycle. What's his name? Clint Fester. Clint Fester. You guys know Clint Fester? Yeah. Why do you guys think that despite everything Clint Fester had sold to people in the past, right? Clint is now back to selling things to the people again. Why would a millionaire, a billionaire trader who's made all this money through Forex trading, oh my God, I've got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of money I made in the market, but wait. I'm not going to spend my money. I'm going to open up a group and I'm going to charge people 500 to 1,000 Rand, and I'm going to show them how to make it, knowing that I myself don't know how to make it. All of these guys that you think, look at Lesiba Motupi last year issued an email to all of the people and said that I'm done sending signals. And then he came back, he just changed it. Guys, $60 for market breakdown in the analysis group. If trading was that easy, why would you need to go and it's a way, you know, time is money. And if you value money, okay, when you value money, you wouldn't waste your time like this. We're wasting your time asking people, pay me 500 Rand, you can sit in my signal group. And if I blow $10,000 of my demo account, I'm going to tell you, you lost 500 Rand of your own money, but I lost $10,000 of my real money, so you shouldn't feel that bad. Clint Fester, when last did I heard that name, the person that opened my eyes Forex just to find out he's a scammer? Yes! You know, he's back again. He's also back again providing services under Festex. You know, somebody DM'd me on Instagram saying, you know, send through the information. I ended up sitting into that signal group also. You understand? So you find yourself, it is a repetitive cycle of all of these things that are going on there. Why is this guy not coming forth with his trade? Hey, my brother, I'm telling you today. Yes, how's it? All things. Petroy, FXLXG is a fake guru with fake analysis. Yeah, you can't say that out loud, right? What happened to the Pakistan guy? Yes. What's his name? Me and that guy, that Pakistan guy. We used to trade together way back in the days, way back before all of these people existed. But I forgot his name. But they also, they had everyone believe. I think at one point, I think his name is Sufi, Sufwan, or something. I know they call him Sufi. Um, they had entered the group for the million, how to become $1 million trader. They had all these names. He also had a group. I know the he came up with a group name. What was it called? What was that group called? The yeah, it's no, I was at HFM. What was it called? HF trading. What was it called? The high frequency HFT trading, where they were making people believe that it was the whole thing. All of these guys, they walk out and then they come back. Why do you come back? Why do you not just go and enjoy your life? You see, like me, I make a YouTube video, because I'm at home. I'm at home full time. I'm unemployed full time. I'm unemployed full time. So I have a lot of time on my hands, right? So I use my time and I investigate people and I give back to the people. But I don't ask the people, hey, you must now pay me. Because why? I want you to pay me. Why would I now go and do that? Why don't you just enjoy your money in peace? Why don't you just take your money, go to the Caribbean island, take your MacBook, small MacBook, nice, take your phone. If your strategy is so good, why don't you do it? Also, with the EAs, something alien, yeah, yes, the alien trading floor, yeah, there was a trading floor also, yeah, in Cape Town. Clint Fester had a broker also. You guys remember that broker Clint had? Everything gone. It is a cycle that you guys see here. It's a never-ending cycle that I can tell you. Let me just see who is hooting here. It is a never-ending cycle. I thought it was here, guys. Don't worry. You see, it is a never-ending cycle with what is going on here. But you know what? No, as soon as you, as a person, as soon as you as a person, no, you call these guys out to say that, but what you guys are not doing now, it is not right. It is not right. And you guys should not be scamming the people. And they want to come for you. And these guys, they don't come like this. They come with emails. My lawyer said you must remove your video because why? You are defaming my name. You normal up here. Imagine you scam somebody, and then you want to go to the law for thinking that you are right because you scam the person. You scam somebody, and then you go to the law, and then the law is also on your side. The law is like, yeah, you are not supposed to do this. That is why every lawyer that has ever contacted me without my consent, you see, where do you get my number from? Where? No, this guy gave you my number. A lawyer, a lawyer who doesn't know the POPI Act, a lawyer would have said to his client, yeah, you see, we can't just reach out to this guy because he didn't give us permission. His number is not public. We can't just use it. That's why I always say to these, I hope one of your family members gets scammed. I hope and I pray one of your family members gets scammed. I will be there. I will laugh. I will laugh at it. You see, because why? There are people out there who's negatively impacted by these guys. You see, who was negatively impacted by these guys. Negatively. A crazy lawyer come out and say, you know what, you're not supposed to say like this, you're not supposed to do like that. That is why. You know, if I see a lawyer dead, shot, stabbed, nothing, don't care. I will laugh. You know, will laugh. Because why? There's people out there who's negatively impacted by these people's choices and lives. So they use the same money that they use to scam people, they use to pay a lawyer and set up the same people. They scam you, they take your money, they scam you. Then what they do is they take the money that they scammed you with to set you up, to say keep quiet. That is why there's certain brokers. I'll tell you something. There's certain brokers, HFM markets, DRF, XNES. You can call these, like there's a few brokers in South Africa that I will put my money in. Then there's certain brokers, nah. You know, some of these brokers, they will, if a broker is supposed to pay you out, you know, I've had experience. I'll tell you guys with experience. HFA markets I had experience with, and just markets. Just markets pay you out 5-10 seconds. Just so boom, boom, boom. Everything happens fast. Boom, boom, boom. HFA, boom, 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 boom. You know. But then you get those brokers who post on Facebook, we've just paid out 100 million in June. And then you go look at the people. I am still waiting for my withdrawal, my brother. What is going on? And then you file a complaint, because that's how it works. You have to file an internal complaint against the broker. Instead of the broker saying, right, let's pay you out your 500 or your 1,000 and that you withdrew. That broker will rather pay a lawyer 2,000, 3,000 rand just to send you a letter to say you must keep quiet. Don't talk. Why? Why must companies and people be like that? So skelm. Julle skelme goed. You guys are dishonest and disrespecting people who is just trying to make a living. You understand what I'm saying? That is why I tell you guys, you must be careful who associate yourself with and who you look up to in this community. Because why the same people that you praise and worship is making other people cry there at the back end because they are scamming the people, you know, by taking people's money and making them believe that things are going to get better and your life is going to change. Meanwhile, there is just absolutely nothing going on. Nothing. You know, nothing. That is why I say there's brokers that I trust with that I've worked with, that I don't only trust based on my experience, but I also trust based on people's experiences with them. You understand? For me, one of the best brokers, one of them, and this is just one of them in South Africa, for me personally, When I talk about a broker, for me personally, a broker, one of the most best brokers in South Africa is HFM Markets. Really, HFM. There's then there's other brokers that I will trust, but for me, HFM reminds me of myself. Because with HFM, there's not a lot of going back and forth. There's companies like DRF, who's got a very good track record, and there's other brokers also. But then there's brokers that I will just give one look and say, ha mm-mm, mm-mm. And you guys already know a few of them. You give them one look and you go, ah. I wouldn't even pay a 5 rand into that broker account because the people want to tell you, oh, why are you not supporting your local brokers here in your country? I don't fucking support scammers. I'm not going to put my money into a broker where I'm not going to get any return, anything. You trade a whole year, you trade. When you must withdraw them, then there's nothing coming out. And when you make a video to say, this broker had scammed me, they took my money, then instead of just giving back your 10 rand or your 20 rand, the broker goes there to the internal lawyer and say, send that guy a cease and desist because he is defaming the same company who had scammed him. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? That is what I say. Must be careful who associate yourself with. You find a broker, find a prop firm, you find a company that aligns with your values and your belief system, and you stick there. You just stay there. You don't move. Don't move because this one is giving 100% bonus and that one is giving 200% bonus. They give you 200% bonus. Then once you place that trade, that spread is so big, it already minus 100% of that 200% bonus. So now you're left with 100% bonus. You understand? You see, you have to align yourself with the truth, with the brokers that you can rely on and depend on, because why we are all here for a single purpose, and that purpose is to make money through Forex trading and then withdraw the money without having to worry about if the broker is going to pay out. The broker can't pay out, but the owner of the broker can post a new car on social media every week. Talk about poverty. Talk about trying to keep people in poverty. You have a lot of these brokers that you can just go out and test. If you guys remember that story way back of a client who had made all of this money in a certain person's prop firm. You guys remember that video that Ryan Fix made about the certain lady who's made all of this money through a certain prop, this white lady from America who's made this money through a certain prop firm that what's her name? Is it Jessica or whatever the name is? I don't know. And that prop firm never paid out, or they came up with stories. They even amended the terms and conditions just so that they don't pay out that client. Go see who was the owner of that prop firm. That's a South African owner. You go see who the owner was of that prop firm. Go watch that video. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Every prop firm that ever came out of South Africa is gone. All the prop firms is gone. The only prop firm who's alive now is there's only one prop firm. Which prop firm is it now? I don't know if that is a South African prop firm though. The one that Andy the Goat uses, that uses RCG Markets as a broker. You understand? So that is the situation that we have as far as South African. They don't want people to grow. They don't want people to grow. They just want to make money themselves. They just want to make money. And then people tell me, why don't you do it? Expose brokers. I don't expose brokers. Because for the same reason. A broker would rather pay a lawyer 3,000 rand than to do the right thing. Hoe kan ze so dom wees? You understand? A broker will rather pay a lawyer, here's 3,000, tell that guy he must keep quiet, he's talking too much. But if you meet these owners in person and their lawyers, jare my bro, you know, poesklappe, heel dag. Stay gefried there behind the pieces. You must not talk about my client like this, please. My client is my client. Yeah. Wait until your family gets scammed by a broker. Then you come tell me, so I can laugh at you. You know. Now I want to laugh at you. Quantical. Good afternoon, Mr. Franz. Which prop firm do you recommend? Right now, I'm working with equity aids. And the reason why I can only recommend prop firms that I work with is because if anything happens, then you can always contact me through email, and I can speak to those guys directly. You understand? Because I have that guy on WhatsApp. So if there's any problems with equity aids that doesn't pay out, or that is giving you a problem because you've signed up through my link or whatever the case is, then you just email me. I have that guy on WhatsApp, him and his boss. I will just send him there. Here's a problem. What must we do? Hussein, my brother, how are you? So that is why I tell you guys, we are living in a society where people are living in poverty. They want to get out of poverty, and then the guy, then the same guy who said he's gonna get you out of poverty, he scams you. And then when somebody makes a video about the guy scamming people, then you in the comments saying, don't you dare talk about this guy like that. Don't you dare talk about this guy like this. Don't you dare talk about this. Not defending people that doesn't even do anything for you or your family, who's just taking people's money, is another level of being tired of being scammed, you know. That is why I say to you guys that be careful, be careful who you align yourself associate yourself with. You see, you must be very careful, because why? People here, most of these brokers and most of these people who are selling you these things, it takes common knowledge to realize that when something seems too good to be true, it generally is. There's no two ways on that. It is just what it is. There's no maybe, what if, why not, if so, nothing like that. It makes no sense. You guys are going to see in that video I make today where a scammer, they are so desperate for money, they will talk Afrikaans. But if you call them, then you can hear, but this one, he doesn't talk even English properly. Where do you learn Afrikaans? See, all translating, Google Translate. How's it, Mr. Dixon? You understand? We have to be careful. We have to be very careful as consumers. We have to be careful as creators who we pose in front of the audience. Do you know IFX brokers? Yeah, I know IFX brokers, my brother. We have to be very careful with how we position ourselves in this society, or in today's society. Because why? I know there's a lot of young people, right? Like there's a lot of young people who steps into the market, and they are very gullible, and you can sell them anything, they will believe you. And then I think there's people like, who has experienced all of these things. That is why, sometimes you can just look at something and you can see, okay, you can see, nah, lost mark. Leave it, my brother. You can just see it. Because I believe, because I still believe up until this day, there's no way you're gonna tell me that you have made $1 million. You made $1 million. You telling me you've turned $10 into $1 million, and then you still take your valuable time. No, go start a business. Start a business. Do something productive. Do something where you don't have to beg people. Do something where people don't have to pay you for your time. Hire some people. But no, I don't want to enjoy my time. I don't want to enjoy my time. I want to pay me 1,000. I will show you how I make it also. But yeah, any case, guys, what's the time now? 12:15. How can a beginner trader find a reliable, transparent broker? What questions should I ask? So the most important thing is, like I always tell people, that the first thing you want to look for is a broker who is, I shouldn't even be telling you this, but if you're a beginner trader, then you shouldn't even be looking for a broker. You should be looking, okay, but if you are looking for a broker, like to do demo trading, you have to find brokers that are regulated with the FSCA. Let me rather say it to you like that, who's got a license to be, to be with the FSCA. The FSCA sent me an email the other day. Yeah, I almost lost it. I'm gonna show you guys now. Where is it now? The FSCA sent me an email. I'm gonna show you where is that email now. The FSCA inquiry, October the 15th. Dear Mr. The FSCA has found that, where is it now? The FSCA received an inquiry from a concerned member of the public regarding myself, and that I was providing financial services to the members of the public without authorization from the FSCA. The 15th of October. Now, keep in mind, the 15th of October was when? The 15th of October was last week, Wednesday. So I get this email and I said to myself, wait, what? Somebody reported me to the FSCA? Me? Did somebody report me to the FSCA saying I provide financial services without a license? You know what? Now, I was this close to blowing an entire fuse. Literally. I saw that email now. Just before you snap and you go like, just before Goku turned Super Saiyan 20, I sat here and I read that email. And the first thing that came to my mind was, you investigating me? You investigating me? Because somebody said to you that I provide financial services? And I sat there and I said a lot of things there to myself. But you know what? This when you blow that steam, bro. I was upset. I was angry. And I was just very, I felt like I was going to lose it. The reason why I felt like I was going to lose it is because I spent my entire time investigating and reporting scammers to the FSCA. And then the FSCA was like, yeah. But we want to see you. And I was so I took some time to cool down. Then I called the FSCA and I spoke to the person who sent the email. And we had a conversation. and then everything was sorted out. You see, don't do that to me, please. How can you investigate me when I'm the guy who does the investigations? It's crazy. That was last week, Wednesday. Jesus, it's again Wednesday. Please bring back your signals, Rolio. You are the best. I've watched your video where you talked about how you... that's not going to happen, my brother, but thank you. What do you think about Alex G strategy? I'm confused. I saw a video of you saying his course is good, but saw another saying he's a scammer. The thing is like this. I'll tell you something. So let me explain to you something, right? A scammer is like Alex G would explain, because he explained this. A scammer is somebody that tells you that if you buy this, you are gonna make $1 million. You're gonna make, or you're gonna become profitable within 6 months, right? If you buy this product, you are guaranteed to become a profitable trader in 6 months. And you buy it, and in 6 months you are not profitable, and they are nowhere to be found, or the support is not there, and they keep selling it to the next person. Because now, if you tell someone that something is going to happen within a certain time frame, then you're setting the expectation that within 6 months this is supposed to happen. And this is what Alex does, right? His course is very much aligned with the way I trade, because the only thing that I trade is the added confluence that I use is fundamental information, fundamental data, whereas he relies solely on technicals, which is market structure, right? And then we've got price action there, right? So he explains the structure of the market very well for any trader, for any beginner trader. Now, is the course good? Yeah, it is. Are you going to become a millionaire? Maybe if you were a billionaire, then you'd be able to come. Alex G doesn't live the life that he does because he applies a set and forget strategy. No. He makes most of the, he said it himself, he made what, 32 million rand in sales. He said it himself in his Q&A with CoffeeZilla. That's what he said. He said he makes what, $6 million US just in sales. That is the difference. Do you understand? So a scammer is somebody who tells you something and then you don't get it. Alex used to just say, guys, here's my course. I'm not saying you're going to become profitable because of it, but it's going to cost you 17,000 rand. If you make any money out of this, then good. If you make no money out of this, then it's really not my problem. But Alex's argument is that he said that a scammer is somebody that you pay something for and they never deliver it, as to where you pay him for something and he actually gives it to you. And yeah, you can say that he's not lying because he actually gives you the course, but he sells it in a way that gives you the idea that you are going to become some millionaire within a certain amount of time. You understand? And that is where the scamming part comes in, because he sells it to you like that, and it shouldn't be the case. Why is this? Is it supposed to be here? Was this thing like this the whole time? Isn't this? No man. Sorry. The WhatsApp is the YouTube is not covering the full screen. Because I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Only when do you think gold will recover from recent drop? My brother, you know what? That is a question I would not be able to answer you. You've watched, you've seen gold. No? I see now we once again with gold, you now see that correlation, that negative correlation with the dollar index, right? You now see it. Before that, gold was nowhere correlated with the dollar index. Now you look at it and now you can see how that correlation is once again taking place. So if you look at gold and you look at the dollar index, if this negative correlation continues as it seems like it's doing, then the dollar index, like I said in the first time I did a market breakdown, that the dollar index is gonna return back to, if you go watch the first market breakdown, I said that the dollar index is most likely going to return back to what was it, 101. And you can see that if you look at the price action on the daily, you can see that 101,000, which is right around there. But we are definitely going to head to 100,000.261. Or if you have to use the slippage number for 100.261, it's 100.200. And then I think gold on the Jesus, gold has a long way to go to when it decides to recover. The day it decides to recover, the day gold decides that it's time for a correction, gold has a long way to go, probably about $3,500 per ounce. That is where gold needs to correct to in the market. And it would be good actually that if you are a swing trader, to maybe, like I said, maybe if this correlation continues. But gold right now, I would say, is exactly where I would want it to be if I had to look for a pullback, an actual pullback in the market. But I'll explain to you what I mean in the breakdown on Sunday that I'm going to do, because I don't think we're going to pull back to that neckline of $4,250 between today and Friday. So you'll see what I'm talking about on Sunday, but now would probably be a good time to look at potentially going short on gold. Let me just put this back here. And well, yeah, any case, hi everybody. Yay, what is this thing doing? Hi Hillary, how are you doing? How can I learn how to analyze like you, Audi? Technical. I've done a couple of videos. I've done a couple of videos on, it's on my YouTube, on fundamental data. Guys, I'm gonna shoot now. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna give away those accounts in today's video. So, as promised, guys, I'm going to see you guys. Have a beautiful day further. Thank you for everybody who spent their valuable time chilling here. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And as always, cheers for ears.